Welcome to another lecture. I'm Professor Alexei. Today, we delve into a woman whose name resonates with controversy and a particular brand of political activism, namely Laura Loomer.
And I'm Priyanka. Today's discussion focuses on understanding Loomer's role in the political landscape, her activism, and the controversies surrounding her.
Let's get started. Loomer is an internet celebrity known for her provocative activism. Fundamentally, she embodies a segment of the far-right activism landscape that, let's say, attracts significant attention. She thrives on confrontation and controversy. She identifies as a proud Islamophobe and has openly supported white nationalism. It's crucial to understand here. We speak of an ideology favoring racial identity as a political goal.
I think it's important to talk about the terms like far-right politics and Islamophobia, which are often linked to Loomer's actions. Isn't it interesting how these terms frame public perception?
Indeed, Priyanka. As we observe, the implications of such classifications extend beyond mere labels. Now, moving forward, Loomer's impact on far-right activism and social media platforms is particularly notable. Loomer challenges these tech companies' regulations. She has been banned from various platforms such as Twitter and Facebook for violations related to hate speech policies. Her outspoken critique of big tech censorship has become a rallying point for her supporters.
This kind of reminds me of the historical debates we've seen about free speech, especially the misunderstanding and misuse of it. Maybe it's something that goes back deeper than we realize.
Precisely. The historic misunderstanding of far-right activism poses significant questions about the limits of free speech. As it were, this brings us to Loomer herself. Born in 1993 in Arizona, she was clear-eyed in her convictions early. Her controversial stunts, such as the 2017 disruption of the play Julius Caesar, illustrate her penchant for dramatic gestures designed to provoke and challenge. In more recent developments, Loomer's political ambition led her to run for Florida's 11th congressional district in 2022, though she did not succeed. As we see, her tactics involve creating provocative media moments, which, naturally, keeps her in perpetual public view. So let me share a personal connection. My research, over several long-awaited years, delves into media activism. It's crucial to understand how Loomer's impact redefines participation in our digital landscape. In simpler terms, she forces us to consider how media and activism intersect. Now, let's explore three significant questions. Firstly, we ask, how do Loomer's actions challenge social media policies? Her confrontations with tech giants illustrate the friction between individuals' assertions of free speech and a platform's community guidelines. This is not merely theoretical. In a significant way, court cases and tech regulations come under scrutiny partly because of figures like Loomer.
I'm curious about how platforms balance growth with user safety. Like, where do they draw the line? It seems so challenging.
Indeed, Priyanka. The balance involves complex legal and social implications. We must navigate the historical precedents of technology shaping public discourse. There is a historical narrative about information exchange that continually informs these debates. Let's transition to another aspect: how Loomer's activism fits within far-right ideology. By its very nature, Loomer's actions propel these ideologies into a public sphere that questions the distinctions between nationalism and supremacy. It is worth noting how historically, such delineations have fueled political movements.
Can we say there's a clear difference between nationalism and supremacy? It makes me wonder how we categorize these ideologies.
What we observe here is a confluence of ideas. Historically, these ideological shifts have often marked entire political eras. To further elaborate, the thematic elements of nationalism remain contentious, often demanding nuanced interpretations. On to our next point. What might the future hold for activism akin to Loomer's? As contemporary debates on free speech and misinformation unfold, figures like Loomer remain crucial to monitor. They represent potential paradigms in activism reshaped continuously by policy shifts and public sentiment.
If I may suggest, how might Loomer's influence grow without these platform bans? It's an area I feel has room for a lot of exploration.
If we continue to examine figures like Loomer, theoretically speaking, these bans might fuel their narratives as, let's say, martyrs of free speech, enabling them to garner greater support from those who distrust tech intervention. Furthermore, this case emphasizes areas necessitating further empirical study. In conclusion, Loomer's activism and controversies invite in-depth reflection. Her role in challenging social media, the tenets of far-right ideology, and the evolving landscape of activism are significant. Let's not forget the questions raised today are ever relevant in our increasingly digital world.
This was a fascinating exploration. Thank you, Professor Alexei, for such enlightening insights. I feel like we've uncovered a lot.
Thank you, Priyanka. As we've seen, this discussion merely scratches the surface. We encourage you to continue exploring topics like online misinformation and tech policy impact. Do join us for our next episode of another lecture.